Hey guys, I'm Kelsey and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am back after getting lost for a year. I felt it was like the right time to come back now and then post an update vlog because throughout the year, like everyone had been like asking me like, where are you? Like, why haven't you been posting for such a long time? Now that I'm done with my entire things like work, but like whatever I had devoted my like a year or two, I feel like it's done and over. So I just should get back on track and share with you all like what was my experience on it and everything. So I can just reply to like everything you've like asked me. I jotted down some questions from Insta because I'd asked there, and I just put everything over here, so I'll be answering them one by one. And some questions, like most of them were like repeating because obviously like the main question that was of the topic, so I just chose some of it. And I feel like I shouldn't talk too much also because like talking vlogs can be kind of boring sometimes. But let's dive right into it and let's start. So first question is like, guys, if you find me like stammering or something, like that's because I have been out of practice for a year now. I have not been vlogging at all or doing anything, so it might like sound a little awkward, but I'll try my best. First question is, where have you been? Actually, like throughout the year of 2023 half year to 2024, I had first given my NEET around like May last year, and even in my previous vlogs I had said that I'm gonna like stop vlogging for some time because I will start like for my like real attempt on NEET, because my first attempt was like 1 month I had after test, like after board, and I didn't even study well for NEET. So I just thought I should give like 1 year at least for what I wanted to try on. So that was where I have been the entire year, and I feel like I'll give you more on my life on other questions. So let's move on. How was NEET? The most awaited question of like everyone in my Insta was like, how was NEET? Actually, like, I don't know, like even after all my mock tests and stuffs like we used to do in Allen, and every time people used to ask me like, how was your test? I would be like, I don't know, because I just feel like I would just say anything, and then since NEET is not only about just sticking and then getting the right answers, there are negative marks. I might have been confident and like done a lot of like negatives, and also you never know like how you did. So I'm always like, I don't know. Only the marks will talk. Like I should not talk too much right now. What courses do you want to do? So my first option, like you all have like already watched in my previous like update vlogs, that every time you all ask me like what I wanted to do, what I wanted to become, it is doctor. But my view has changed over the year now. What I feel like is, in life your choices like depend on what's going on in your life. And at that time I was not much into like career oriented. I was more on to like the studies, academics type. But now that I have to like, it's my time that I should like choose a career path and then get right into it. I feel like I am at a point where I'm just gonna accept whatever fate has for me. Like honestly, I'm so done like saying like, why do I say like? Everyone comments down in my YouTube too, like, you say like too many times. I do, but then I don't know, like, why do I say it so many times? Anyways, my first option was NEET and getting into MBBS, and this year, like, whether I get it or not, I feel like I've come to a point where I just need to accept whatever fate has for me. Everything is like destined now. I just feel like I've given my year round, like I've done everything in my capacity, like what I could do. Acceptance is very hard, like something that is very like difficult to attain in life, but at some point it just becomes a compulsion. So if I get that like MBBS, I'll go for MBBS, and if I don't get, I'll go for veterinary. And that is not a bad option at all too, because I'm like, I really love animals, and like I have Chanel, obviously my pet, so I love animals, I love dogs, so that would not be a bad choice for me too. So you can see, right guys, I'm just like accepting whatever like life has to do with me now. How was the experience? Like raw cut, if I have to say how was the experience, I would say like it was really tough for me because I'm someone who takes a lot of stress, as I've already said like throughout my vlogs. All of like people who know me, everyone knows that I'm a very like hectic person. So you all can just imagine like how it would have been for me, like the marks, everything going up and down, like it was just like a roller coaster ride for me. But in the end, like the relief that I got, like the time NEET finished, it was like I finished my paper like 5 minutes before, and then I was like smiling at myself. I was like so happy, like I've given my all, and now like I can't even help it or do anything like by getting sad or stressed or anything. So I just felt like, that is it is the end game, and it's done now. There's no use of like, I just put like all the negativity back in like the paper, that exam hall, whatever I had done. Like obviously, like I won't say like I did so well and all those stuffs, but then I just felt like, in the end, like if I go outside, my dad and my parents were like waiting for me. If I go with that face, like how would they feel? Like they supported me throughout the year, and in the end, like if I show that, I was like, okay. So I was just like, I left everything behind, and then I just walked off. And actually, I was like quite relieved and happy. So I just went off to MG Mark after that with my friend. Future plan for now is just enjoying relaxing my 2-3 months that I get off now. Gonna learn driving. I'm like starting to like cook. Like I'm gonna try my best and then cook every night. I'm gonna help in the kitchen, and then feel like now I need to like become more independent in life, not like always chase around friends, because I was always someone like who always looked for my friends, because I'm like really close to Lucky and Namdul, so I was always like I want to be where my friends are. But at this point I feel like now I have to choose my own path, my own career, so I have to be a lot more independent, and I have to learn how to like live alone. Like even this in this NEET, when I lived in Siliguri, like I had to do stuff by myself, which also made me a lot of independent, like because Lucky and Namdul were not with me in this, like along with me. So I've become a little more independent like than the previous years. That's what I feel like. So Kelsey, where do you want to see yourself in the next 2 years? I'm curious. I don't know. I've not like envisioned myself like where I want to be in the next 2 years, because I'm not in the place and time to even like decide what I'm gonna do in life right now. All I'm gonna do, it's like a waiting game right now, where I can just wait for my results, and then wait for the counseling, and then whatever will happen will happen. Don't know, like this question, like I never like live too much in the future. Like I just feel like I should live in the present right now. That's the best thing I should do. Your future career, plan A and plan B. PS, love you. Love you too. And that's it. Like I already said it in like the previous question, that my future plans are either MBBS and not that, so veterinary if not. And I feel like, I don't know, I've not like looked for the plan C. Actually I should keep that too, but then plan B was always in my mind. You all like should always have a plan B in life, even though you all might have like many aims and stuffs in life you all might get, but life is like really uncertain, and sometimes it might not go as you've like envisioned it or planned it to be. So hang out with Lucky and Namdol. Like guys, you all don't know, like I'm dying to hang out with Lucky and Namdol. I was supposed to hang out with Lucky after NEET, but then like due to some issue she had to go back to Siliguri, and Namdol is like in Bangalore. She's studying college there, so you all have no idea how much I miss them. Like I really wish I could like be with them in Bangalore and then go to college with them. But as I told you, now I have to like live on my own. I have to learn a lot of things, because for the 2 years I was like really dependent on both of them. Like we two are like really close, and we were like always together and stuff. So let me just put on my specs, because my vision is going a little blurry now. Yeah, it's like more clear now. Yeah, and Namdul and Lucky are like my top ones all the time. Is Siliguri Allen good and worth it? Please answer. For me, like since I was like very passionate about like getting into medicals and stuff, and then I was like trying my best, I feel like Allen was a really good help to me, like their notes and all those stuffs. Honestly speaking, like I would like literally like say the truth right now, I actually don't regret at all like dropping the year. People are always like like my friends are in college now, they are only first year, we are nothing, we are just a dropout. But like taking out 1 year of your life like does not make such of a difference. Like in the end, like who's successful, like you can never like determine who is gonna be like better in life. So that is why like I gave my 1 year to NEET. I gave my best. I have no regrets at all in life. I feel like when I'm studying, I don't like to keep regrets. I just give it my all, and in the end, whatever happens, just accept it and move on. Like it will take me time to move on if I don't get into MBBS too, but I don't know, like let's be practical, we have to move on. Vlogs on what you were doing this past months, like this, like what I'm gonna do after NEET or before NEET. Before NEET I haven't vlogged anything, but after this obviously like I'm gonna vlog a lot. Please like do send me like motivations. Like I'm really gonna try and vlog a lot now. I'm gonna be like passionate on my this essentials for med school fresher. I actually found this very funny because I feel like whoever wrote this thinks I got in or something, but I'm nothing right now. I'm just at 12, like pass out. I have no idea on what you need for like med school freshers and all. I have no idea in my like I have no path in life. I don't know. Just in a relaxed mode now. I have no tension, nothing. Just going on in life. Your biggest ick. My biggest ick is firstly when people like whisper in front of me or to me, like in a group of people. Like obviously if it's like important and if it's like personal, that's like totally understandable. But when people like just start whispering among themselves, I find that very like more like an ick. I feel that is very uncomfortable. Like it makes the environment very awkward. So like even when like obviously if like people close to me whisper, I would be like, let's not do it right now. But then if it's personal, obviously like it's okay. But other times it makes other people feel very uncomfortable. So that is something I tell Lucky and Abdul to, like, let's not whisper when like we're in a group or something. First of all, we all miss you and where have you been? Also update on your current fabs, show and song. I missed you all too. I'm not even kidding. Like every time we used to go for swimming, like obviously the whole year was about studying, but then doesn't mean like you revolve it around that thing. So I did have fun. I like to balance. My aunt and all tell me like I'm pretty good at balancing my life a little bit, so I do take a little credit on that. And I did have some fun in the beginning and in the middle. So when we went for swimming and stuff too, I was always like, oh, I miss vlogging. Like I could like make a nice vlog out of it, but kept that in me and I controlled myself for now. Also like my fav show was during like the NEET progress. I really was into Gilmore Girls. Like I was watching it on a current like loop, but then I stopped it. I stopped everything and then I even like deleted Insta a lot of times. It was really hard for me in the beginning to delete Insta because I was like so addicted to it, but then in the process like I used to delete it for 3 weeks and then get it back on like after test and all. I literally have done like my level best in everything I could do. Honestly, that is why like I have no regrets. Even if I don't get it, I just feel like I'm gonna move on. Like there is really no point on like getting stuck in that point. Like I didn't get it. What can I do now? Always stick like to plan A, but then always have plan B. So I'm just gonna jump right into my plan B after I don't get that. And Fab song is Open Arms, like by Sissa. I was so into it, like the first starting where like the man talks like when you do your best, that's all you can do. Like I just like an anthem for me before starting, because obviously like when you have to study for the entire loop of year, it gets really tough because it can be really hard. Like even if people like studying and all, like I don't like studying, I don't mind studying, but then even like for those people it can be really hard to study for an entire year. So that is actually what kept me going, and I still love it right now too because it helped me a lot. How was your exam? We missed your content so much. How are your dogs? It was okay. That's the only thing I can say right now. And my dogs, actually, like I haven't really said it here, but then Coco like passed away. I think so. It was like 2 years ago, and I was actually giving my birds that time, my pre-birds, and then Coco was really sick, so I came home. And it was actually like as if like she was waiting for all of us to gather before like she passed away. And then it was like a really hard 1 month for me when she was sick already, because I was at school studying, and then I used to video call every time, and I would just like look at her. I'm actually comfortable talking about her now, but then like for one entire year I couldn't like even look at her pictures and all, because like she's literally my daughter. I raised her, and then just suddenly like letting her go was really hard. But she actually had a lot of complications all of a sudden, and in the end I feel like it was the best to let her go, because she was in a lot of pain. Like her eyes were like literally telling me that she didn't want to, whatever's like happening to her, she didn't want that, because she was such a active dog, and in the end like she couldn't even get up and all. It's just too much to think about. So anyways, she's my daughter in the end. So my first dog's Coco, and Chanel is like openly fine. She's always running around eating. This morning also she was eating chicken and all off the counter and all. I'm the only one who like really lets her in room and all, because like, she sheds a lot and she takes a lot of advantage of me nowadays. That is why like I need to keep her in stand now. But anyways, I love my two dogs. They are my two daughters. What makes you happy? What makes me happy nowadays is, I don't know, after like NEET, I've been very happy. It was just such a stressful year, like it was on top of my head, like just, constant like studying, test, all those, like not even getting time to come spend time with my family, not coming home. Everything was too much for me, but then I endured it for a year, and now I just feel like I'm like the burden has gotten off my chest, and I'm so much more happy and lively now, so that I can just focus on myself now. At home, I always used to feel like, oh my god, like what is this, like, it just used to make me feel so suffocated. But nowadays, what makes me happy is just relaxing and spending time with my family, with my loved ones, and the constant efforts that I get from everyone. My parents were like so supportive of me throughout the year. They were never the type of people who pressured me or stressed me throughout the year. They were always like, you can do it, and even if it's not like gonna happen, you always have a plan B in life. Like everyone, my entire family was really like supportive of me, and that is why I want to thank all of them too for that, because we can't like do everything on our own. Like we need an entire like support system too. So I had that, so I'm very thankful for that. Day in my life, please. Actually, like I haven't vlogged a day in my life for a pretty long time, so I'm sure I need to vlog one of those too. And sure, I'll film one of these soon, because I have a lot of time in my hands. I'm like the every word of like free right now. It was really sad that when Namdullah and all used to call me and stuff too, I was like so occupied. Like obviously all of us were like occupied with our stuffs, but then we didn't get to give a lot of time to each other too throughout this year. But then my friends were also so understanding, and I love them for that. So I feel like we should like honestly go for a trip. And that was pretty much it. Actually, like I've covered all my questions. I just thought like if I talk too much, then it would be too long too. So that was pretty much what has been going on in my life. And I'm also like so thankful for you all, because throughout the year you all always sent me like a lot of constant messages in my Insta and YouTube comments too. I used to read it all, but I felt like if I reply to it, it would be very uncertain, because every time you all would ask me like, when are you gonna vlog, I never knew like when I would come back. So I thought in the end, I did reply to some though, I wouldn't be that rude, but then in the end I'm back now. I am so much more happy and more lively, and I am so excited to get on with my YouTube journey again. And I want to thank all of you all for all the lovely messages and always supporting me. So I actually like already vlogged my another vlog, which I'm gonna post after this vlog, because I thought first vlog should be like an update vlog on life, right? I've been lost for like 1 year, and I owe you like an explanation of where have you been. So I just thought with that, and I feel like I should end the vlog here. Whatever was gonna happen in life, I'm just gonna accept it. It might take me time, it might take me some effort to like take it all in, but in the end what matters is your family. And if you have a constant support from them, and you just got to be positive in life and accept with a positive attitude. So that's gonna be the end for this week's vlog, and if you all enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. In my next video, you all can always drop down what you all want me to do, and I will see you all in my next vlog. Bye guys.